I'm Laurie Chordis for Invest TV, and we're at the Target Markets mid-year meeting in Dallas. And joining us now is Aman Gour. He's CEO of FurtherAI. Aman, so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Laurie. Really excited to talk to you about AI, insurance, and everything in between at Target Markets.
Absolutely. Well, AI is a big, exciting topic, and we're hearing a lot about that here this week at the mid-year meeting. How is AI currently transforming insurance operations?
So when it comes to AI, I think there are many things that come under AI, but specifically generative AI is primarily doing two things for insurance. One, it's helping get rid of all of the inefficiencies that have been there in the business, from processing documents, generating structured data from unstructured documents, and so on. But that's just the start of what AI or generative AI is doing for insurance. The other big part is unlocking the part of market which was previously just couldn't be addressed and I was surprised when I hear that only 10% of globally insurable market is insured. More than 90% is not insured. And this is not the market which is not insurable. It's basically you couldn't get to it because every process was human-centered. Now with AI at the core of it, you could do a lot of things much more efficiently and also unlock this side of the market which was previously not possible. So that's fabulous. Like there's a lot happening in the industry with AI and really good to be a part of it, driving the change as well.
Absolutely. What misconceptions about AI and insurance are hindering its broader adoption?
I think that in insurance is one of the industries which is adopting insurance at a breakneck speed. Insurance is said to be slow to adopt technology in the past. It's been labeled that way. But with AI, that's not quite the case. I do believe that previously insurance did not adopt technology or adopted at slower pace because the technology was not there to solve the core needs of the industry. But with AI, generative AI, being able to understand complex policy documents, reason on top of it, insurance actually is at the forefront of adopting technology. Some things that possibly are hindering are this data security around handling the documents. That's not something that cannot be handled. Like we are SOC 2 compliant, GDPR compliant, ISO compliant. So we have handled that. But that's one thing that every CIO or business leader is looking at when adopting AI solutions.
How are specialty insurers using AI to improve underwriting and risk selection? And how is FurtherAI helping them in that process?
Yeah, so for specialty insurers, there are multiple things that AI is helping them do. The first part of it is coming up with a right policy document. What should be covered, what should be excluded, and so on. So now with AI, it can just drop all of the previous data and ask it to compare different documents, compare versions, what's missing, what's included, and so on. So that's just one part of it. The second part of it is the distribution part of it, where you can use AI to enrich a lot of information and then use that for distribution. Third, which is I think the bigger aspect and which has been the big inefficiency, is the submissions processing, running guideline checks on your submission, whether they are in the box or not, and even doing the audits on the other end of the spectrum. So automatically auditing all the policies, are they written as per the guidelines or not? So this is how the specialty insurers are using AI to add efficiencies to their workflows.
Aman, what challenges do specialty carriers face in adopting AI-driven tools and analytics?
I feel there's a lot of noise in the industry where everything is now being slapped with an AI label and every company became an AI company all of a sudden. There is a big difference in AI native companies or AI first companies versus the ones that were built before. So that's one is cutting through the noise of AI being used as a buzzword. That's one challenge. That's where we start with focusing on, let's start with a pilot. Let's have the rubber hit the road and you decide whether it's actually meeting the bars that you have set for yourself. So that's one. Second, we have heard that a lot of pilot opportunities were not converted to production as well in the industry. We are personally not facing that challenge because we have identified a set of workflows that are ideally suited for AI to automate. There's things that you should do with AI and shouldn't do with AI. So focusing on things that are low risk is great. Not focusing on things which are high risk, especially which can get regulated and things like that. That's where I think the line should be drawn. And we are working with low risk use cases, the low hanging ones that add a lot of efficiencies.
Aman, what role does AI play in reducing expense ratios for insurers, and how does Further AI contribute to that?
Yeah, I do believe that over the course of next 3 to 5 years, expense ratios can be slashed into half using AI. And the primary area where that would happen is actually processing of unstructured documents, submissions, policy forms, doing audit, and so on. Things that involved previously a human to manually do that, converting large SOV forms, comparing to different policy documents, scraping data out of web, and so on. So all of those things which previously were like very manual, repetitive, and so on, can now be done with an AI agent or AI assistant. That's going to reduce expense ratio substantially. So for different parts of business, efficiencies are different. We talked about specialty insurer. It can help with coming up with a right policy form. It can help with auditing. For an MGA, it can help with processing the volume of submissions they might be receiving, or helping them generate more submissions by targeting the right brokers. For let's say risk exchange, it can help with the audit. For large commercial property, it can help with processing the large SOV documents that come in and automatically extracting data and mapping it, and so on. So these are few areas in the use cases which are adding a lot of value, and all of them were previously done manually. So that were a lot of cost to it. That's going to get reduced. Like MGAs are going to increase their margins by using AI. And that's one big theme that we are seeing in the market as well.
So, Aman, I'm going to ask you to take out your crystal ball for a moment. What does the future hold for AI integration in insurance over the next several years?
It's interesting. So the future with AI, the pace at which AI is moving, I think it's very hard to predict where it is going. And if I have to predict, I would think that the 90% of the market that is currently unaddressed, that's gonna get unlocked, and people who would use AI are gonna really move fast with adoption of that market, penetrating that market segment, and taking the advantage of like the first mover advantage there. So that's from the insurance perspective, but it's a lot to be seen when it comes to AI, where it is moving. It's still early days, and this technology is evolving and unlocking a lot of efficiencies that previously were not possible at all. So it'll be fun.
And how about for Further AI? Anything new coming up that you're able to share?
Yeah, a lot of things. We just announced our fundraise a couple of weeks back, and we're in the market working with some of the leading insurers, reinsurers, risk exchange, brokerages as well. And continuing that journey. We're hiring across all roles. So people who want to join in fast growth AI company, which is doing a lot of good in insurance, happy to sort of onboard them. We are looking for partners as well in the industry. So happy to be a part of that. Any big thing? We are working backwards from this big mission of like slashing the expense ratios by 50%. So it'd be exciting to sort of see where that leads us. But we're launching a lot of new products ourselves, focused with AI and partnering with a lot of customers, launching new case studies too. So that's from our side.
Wonderful. Very exciting. Aman, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having me, Laurie. Yeah.
For AMS TV in Dallas, I'm Laurie Chordis.